So, why do we use macros in electrical? Obviously to save time, to build a library, also to ensure design consistency, and it's a drag and drop situation. So with electrical, I usually recommend, new users to kind of look at what you're doing in your schematic and just think, am I ever going to reuse this circuit? Am I ever going to reuse this particular symbol with this part setup? If you think you might reuse it just one more time, um, I would definitely make a macro of it. It's just gonna make things a lot easier. And if you can with electrical, the goal kind of, as I see it, is just to kind of get to a point where the majority of your work in electrical and the schematic is just dragging and dropping from the macros menu. And you'll kind of see why here in a second. So basically, with macros, it's really straightforward and really efficient. You start by selecting a group of components, like a relay circuit or full circuit of anything, and then you basically just highlight it and drag and drop it into your macros box. Um, and you can place it when you want it. When you want to reuse it, you could bring it out, and you can have an insertion point in there and place it wherever you need it. You can also edit them very easily. So you can copy and paste your macro and then edit the new one, make as many as you want with different iterations. And then they're also organized within libraries as well, which we'll see here in a second. So let's go ahead and look at it. So I have this motor circuit right here, and I want to actually save this as a macro. So all I'm going to do is going to go ahead and highlight what I want to save. And then I'm just going to grab just part of the geometry. See, I've done it a couple of times already, but that's okay. And I'm just going to grab, like the wire or maybe part of the symbol. Just has to be on some of the geometry. I'm going to drag and drop it right into my motor starter box over here. And go ahead and name it. I can add a description to it, whatever I want. And then I can just go ahead and reuse it. So I'm just going to go ahead and drag and drop it right from that box, place it right onto those wires, and then we get a familiar screen, the paste special. So just like with the paste special, when we did the copy and paste, it's going to do the exact same thing. So here I can create new marks or keep existing marks for everything. I could change locations of things or functions. I can change this to a completely new cable if I wanted to. Let's see if I have one. There we go. We'll change that to W7. And I could change my wires, my components. I could put a different terminal strip on here if I need to. Let's say we'll make all of these wires, instead of 3-phase wires, we'll make them all control wires. Let's try that. Say 110 control. There we go. And now those are all going to show up as control wires. I'll hit finish. And there we go. So there's our W7 cable. And these are all control wires, just like we said. And now I could come in here and number my new wires. And they're going to follow everything we're doing there. So let's say I like this macro, but I want to change it a little bit. Maybe I don't want that breaker in there. Maybe I don't want the terminal strip. Just something like that. What I could do is just go ahead and quickly edit this macro just by hitting the edit macro button. And let's say I don't want the breaker there. Let's delete that completely. Move my wires around. There we go. Looks good. And then I can go ahead and just save this. Close it out. And now I can go ahead and put that in. And there's the changes. Just like that. So really easy to do. Saves you a whole lot of time. And you can also do entire pages as macros as well. So these are called project macros. So let's say I like this page and I think I'm going to use this page in another project. What I'm going to do is just right click on the document, and I'm going to hit create project macro. And we'll just call this motor page. There we go. Hit OK. And then in this project or any new project, I could just right click, hit insert project macro, and then go ahead and place this motor page. There it is. And now in the same deal, I still have my pay special menu. I can go ahead and change, all of the cables, all the parts, all the wires, whatever I need to do. But now this is a brand new page, and I can share this between projects. So this is in my database. Anybody can use it. The only caveat here is it's not going to go between ANSI and ISO. So you're going to have a separate macro library for ANSI and ISO. And you can also do entire books as well. So if I right click my document book, I can create the project macro from there. And we'll just call this motor book. And then I can just go to my project and insert the macro, and then go ahead and find that, which is right there. And finish. And there is my book. Same deal. So just imagine this is another project. You can have full just sections of your schematic that you reuse from day to day on other projects, and just with a couple button clicks, just fully insert them. And not only have them, paste in, but they're also pasting in with the correct marks as well. And also building up your bill of materials. So, and also all of your reports as well. So it's a pretty powerful thing. And if I need to manage any of these, I do have my macro manager in the library. And here I can copy and paste macros. This is one I made for cable design. Some people like the old school way to show cables. So I can just drag and drop that in whenever I want. You could do connection labels, line diagrams. What you can't do with macros is use them on 2D footprints. You can make a page macro out of a 2D footprint, but you can't drag and drop your 2D footprints into the macro box. Very helpful, very useful. Okay. So let's talk about importing data. So importing data into electrical can start with a data sheet from a manufacturer. From there, we can map fields to the correct properties, basically in an Excel spreadsheet in the part library. So we'll just use the import tool to do that. It's a fast and accurate way to build your parts without manual entry. So, if you got 100 parts to build, you have all your data sheets ready to go. You can do a lot of copying and pasting into Excel to create all of our parts all at once, which keeps data consistent, reduces errors, and also quickly build your libraries, which is really nice. Let's go ahead and take a look. And there they are.